Module Learning Summary, Transitions in Leadership. The modules chosen. My primary learning came from the transition modules to school, within school, and between school transitions, and the leadership modules, which were also enriched by interconnected learning from Shifting the Lens, Student Voice, Liaison Role, and Job Crafting. To be fair, every single module in LMB has supported my learning at RO when it comes to transitions. The transition models transform my practice with one critical evidence-based principle. Transition success depends far more on how Mokopuna feel than what they actually know academically. Social emotional readiness is the strongest predictor of transition success. I learned that knowing even one peer dramatically reduces anxiety and improves engagement, yet peer connections are often left to chance rather than intentional facilitation. This became central to all to my transition mahi. The modules revealed legislative flexibility I hadn't fully utilised. Obviously, Mokopuna can start school at 6 rather than 5, and graduated transitions can extend 6 months. This empowered me to advocate for individualised support, honouring whānau aspirations rather than fitting children into predetermined moulds. The Hepakura framework emphasised relationship building before paperwork, with systematic handovers focusing on strength and cultural identity rather than deficit-based reporting. Learning to shift from a medical to a social model was important, making kura ready for learners rather than expecting children to be school ready. Understanding that whānau are experts in their own children changed how I approach collaborative planning across ECE to school, within school, and primary to secondary transitions. Each transition phase requires specific supports, graduated entry, and Te Whiriki to NZC alignment for ECE transitions, visual supports and buddy systems for within-school changes into professional collaboration, and subject specialisation preparation for secondary transitions, but all require the same fundamental foundation of intentional peer connection, proactive environmental modification, and genuine whānau partnership. The leadership modules help me to recognise that effective transition support requires servant leadership, focusing on supporting others to reach their potential and prioritising community growth. This meant my transition mahi couldn't stop at individual case success. I needed to create Y-level impact through documentation and resource sharing. Using job crafting principles, I adapted cluster colleague materials and created a comprehensive transition resource folder containing adapted high school transition templates, systematic follow-up protocols like 2 weeks, 6 week, 1 term, visual support tools, peer buddy program structures, Hepakura aligned handover documents, graduated entry planning templates, and guidance for BAS and IWS processes. These resources, drawn from my mahi across multiple transition contexts that have been successful and grounded in evidence-based principles from the modules, enable other RTLB kaiako kura to implement consistent high-quality transition support without duplicating effort. This ripple effect really extends my transition learning beyond direct cases, creating sustainable systems-level change that will continue supporting Mokopuna and whānau through the educational transitions long after my involvement ends.